There are ruins in the desert that feel wrong, not because they're old, but because they look like a memory that doesn't belong to any one people. A tower reaching upward, as if someone tried to breach the sky. And the strangest part isn't that it fell. The strangest part is what happened after. Because the story of Babel isn't really about a building. It's about a weapon, a code, a fracture that still controls the modern world. Welcome to Mysterious Encounters. Tonight, we open a file that sits beneath religion, beneath history, and beneath every argument you've ever watched tear people apart, the Babel file. The book of Genesis tells it simply. After the flood, humanity had one language, one speech, one mind. And with that unity, they did something unprecedented. They chose a plain in Shinar, ancient Mesopotamia, and they said, "Come, let us build ourselves a city, and a tower whose top reaches heaven. And let us make a name for ourselves." This is the first time in the Bible humanity tries to self-authorize power. Not through kings, not through priests, through collective unity. And that's what made it dangerous. Because one language doesn't just mean communication. One language means one shared reality. Here's where the case file gets uncomfortable. Because Babel isn't just myth territory. Shinar is linked by many scholars to southern Mesopotamia, the same cradle as Sumer and Babylon. And Babylon had a tower tradition. The ziggurat, massive step structures, staircases of brick meant to connect earth and sky. Not metaphorically, literally. A ziggurat was a cosmic interface, a machine of ritual, a place where priests believed heaven could descend into the world. And Babylon's most famous ziggurat was called Edom Anki, often translated as House of the Foundation of Heaven and Earth. Read that again. Foundation, heaven, earth. Babel is not an invented concept. It's a symbolic compression of a real ancient impulse. Humanity building a bridge between worlds. But in the myth, this bridge was a threat. The biblical text is chillingly direct. It says the Lord came down to see the city and the tower. And he says this, "Behold, the people are one, and they have all one language. And now nothing that they propose to do will be impossible for them." This isn't a story of jealousy. It's a story of containment. The response is immediate. "Come, let us go down and there confuse their language, that they may not understand one another's speech." The single operating system of the human mind was intentionally shattered. Not a punishment, a protocol. A linguistic virus deployed to prevent humanity from achieving a certain level of collaborative power, and the people were scattered, leaving the tower unfinished. And this is the final, crucial entry in the file. The protocol was never deactivated. It's the invisible wall that turns a neighbor into a stranger. Every political divide, every holy war, every online argument that feels like two people shouting from different realities is a symptom of the Babel code still running. The internet was our modern attempt to rebuild the tower, a promise to connect everyone, but the code infected the network. Instead of one city, we built millions of digital echo chambers. We are more connected and more divided than ever. The containment is still working, but what if the file is incomplete? What if Babel wasn't a prison but a crucible, a containment designed not just to limit us, but to force a different kind of growth? Not the unity of a single mind, but the harmony of many. The myth says we were scattered, but scattered seeds are meant to grow. Perhaps the goal wasn't to return to one language. Perhaps the goal is to learn how to listen in all of them. The final test isn't to rebuild the tower to the heavens, but to build bridges to each other. The code is still running, but for the first time, we can see it. And what we can see, we can begin to rewrite.